We all know the feeling. Your boss calls you into his office. Uh-oh. The look on his face means this is serious. He wants you to take on a big project. It feels overwhelming. You just want to run and hide. This is exactly how Jonah felt when God gave him a big assignment. Jonah was a prophet, which means he talked to God. God gave Jonah a very important job. He wanted Jonah to preach to the Ninevites. The Ninevites were known for being very bad people. Jonah was afraid of them. He thought they were cruel and mean. So what did Jonah do? He ran away. Instead of going to Nineveh, Jonah jumped on a ship. He thought he could escape from God. Jonah was sure he could hide from God's plan. He was wrong. God had other ideas. Jonah's story reminds us that we can't hide from God. God is everywhere, and He has a plan for each of us. Running away only makes things harder in the end. Imagine being told to go to a city full of people who scare you. That was Jonah's situation. God wanted him to go to Nineveh, a powerful and wicked city. Jonah was terrified. The Ninevites were known for their cruelty. They were like the bullies of the ancient world. Jonah's mission was simple but difficult. He had to tell the Ninevites to change their ways. God wanted them to stop being mean and start being kind. This was a tall order. Jonah wasn't sure they would listen. Instead of trusting God, Jonah panicked. He thought, "There's no way I'm doing that. They'll never listen." Jonah's fear made him run in the opposite direction. He boarded a ship headed far away from Nineveh. Jonah's mission to Nineveh shows us that God often calls us to step outside our comfort zones. He might ask us to do things that seem scary or impossible, but we must remember that God is always with us. He will give us the strength and courage to do what He asks. Remember Jonah on that ship, sailing away from his problems? Well, things didn't go so smoothly. In fact, things got downright stormy. A huge storm erupted, tossing the ship like a toy. The sailors were terrified. They thought the ship would break apart. The sailors knew something was wrong. They figured out that Jonah was the source of the problem. Jonah admitted that he was running from God. The sailors were desperate to calm the storm. They decided to throw Jonah overboard. You can guess what happened next. A giant fish swallowed Jonah whole. Jonah spent 3 days and nights inside the fish. It was dark, smelly, and scary. Jonah had plenty of time to think about his bad decision. Jonah's adventure inside the fish reminds us that running from our problems doesn't make them disappear. It's like trying to outrun a rainstorm. You'll just end up wet and tired. Facing our fears and doing what's right is always the best course of action. Have you ever felt like running away from a problem? Maybe you're afraid of a challenge at work, school, or in your personal life. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and want to give up. We've all been there. Jonah's story reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles. We all face fears and doubts, but we can't let fear control us. Running away from our problems only makes them worse. Instead of running, we need to trust God. He has a plan for our lives, even when we don't understand it. He will give us the strength to face our challenges and overcome our fears. So the next time you feel like running away, remember Jonah and the big fish. Take a deep breath, say a prayer, and face your challenges head on. You might be surprised at what you can accomplish.